up here? Come on up. Come on up. We're just killing time for the next minute anyway. Come on. Flying through the air. It's the Joster. All right, Ja, we'll see if anybody pops in tonight. See if anybody says hello. There we go. I see a few people. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are you all? Yeah, good to see you all. You like the vlog today with my grandpa, my mom? Thank you. Yeah, there's the star of it right here. If he wants to get back up here, he'll help himself, don't worry. Yeah, how are you guys all doing? I have had a very eventful 3 weeks that you guys will be seeing in probably 3 weeks, as a matter of fact. Hey, Scott, good to see you. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of comments from people watching my videos from Spain. Don't know where that came about, but all of a sudden my videos from Sevilla have been getting views. Your mom says my grandpa's handsome. She's 95. He's 93. He's out just enjoying the world every day, out riding his scooter and going to baseball games with his family and forgetting his wallet everywhere he goes. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. You guys are gonna see a lot. I made a lot of videos over the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I'm actually making one this week with Ginger Alden. Oh, thank you, Marie. Marie Sunflower, thank you so much for the super chat. That's very nice of you. Hello in New Mexico. You love the content, can't travel, you're disabled. That's one of the main things that keeps me going and doing it, is knowing that that there are some people that can't get out and do it, and that do get quite an enjoyment out of seeing where I take us. So I totally am thinking of you when I'm doing these kind of things. That's why I put so much, I don't know if it's pressure or just so much into what I'm trying to do with the video, because I want you to feel like you really were there. Hello in Montana. Nope, haven't seen any snakes. Hello in Nashville, I was just there. I was there last week. I went all the way to Nashville to do one vlog, and it's the only vlog I didn't get to do. Thank you, Donna Gutierrez. That's very generous of you. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I got there and they said, oh, you can't do it because it's rented right now. And I was like, oh. So they gave me the phone number for someone and said, here, just call and just have them, find a day where it's free and you can totally do it. So now the KISS concert for Ohio has been rescheduled. So now I have to be back in Ohio in the middle of October again, so I'll probably try and go to Nashville right after that and do it then. You've been having Jordan marathons? Thank you so much. I feel like YouTube is not circulating my videos very well, so thank you. Thank you, Allison Close, for the super chat. That's very nice of you. You said you wanted to tell me that Chevy Chase is appearing in Detroit on December 9th for a Christmas Vacation screening in Q&A. I might be interested in that. I have been thinking hardcore today, though, about wanting to go to like Switzerland in December, though. So we'll see what happens. I know the Bell Witch is over there, but it was closed. The access to it and everything was closed, but it wasn't really on my plans. So when the thing that I was going to do, it was raining so hard, and I still was going to do it that day, and then until they told me I couldn't. So I ended up finding, actually right then Spa Guy texted me and asked me what I was up to. And I told him what had happened. He's like, oh, I know exactly where you should go. You'll love it. And when he told me what it was, I said, that's actually on my list of places to do, or places to go when I came back to Nashville. So yeah, since it's inside, I'll go do that. And that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Karen Tar. Stay safe. Yeah, I've been very safe. Rest in peace, Norm. I know. I love Norm. Norm Macdonald to me was so funny. I loved all the crazy shows that he did that never lasted, like the one-off shows. I just thought he was so funny. Yeah, I didn't make it to the Jesse James Museum. I've done some stuff like that, but I've never been to the Jesse James one. I've been to the Billy the Kid Museum. You said it's at the Masonic Theater? Okay. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I kind of... What seems to be happening lately is that somebody invites me to something I want to do really bad. So that whatever date that falls on is when becomes like set in stone, and then I plan my whole trip around that. However, I was supposed to do a trip in in mid-October, and because some of the plans changed over the last 2 weeks, I was meeting up with someone to do something there, and we got rained out. We just ended up doing the thing we were going to do in October on this trip, and it came out amazing. It came out great. I mean, in a way, I almost think I might, I don't know. It came out really good, but it came out where 4 people call somebody out and call them a liar repeatedly. And I don't have a problem with that, but they kept calling him a freak at the same time, and I don't, so I don't know if I'll have to edit that out or not, but yeah, I've had some seriously insane experiences over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Did I hang the birdhouses? I have not. I haven't really had a chance. When I've been home, it's just been for a couple of days, and then I take off again. You love all the baseball vlogs? Thank you. Yeah, I always try and hit a couple of games a year. I don't know if I'll get to any more this year or not. Adam the Moo and I were talking about maybe trying to meet up in Florida and go to a Tampa Bay Rays playoff game, but we'll just see what happens. Every time I think I kind of know what my schedule is going to be, I end up getting invited to something, and I'm like, ooh, that's going to take precedent over what I was planning to do, and then I'll just go do that, so. Where's the birdhouse place? It's in Lagudi, Indiana. Oh, thank you. You like the stuff behind me? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've been doing great. I got to meet up with a friend of mine in Nashville, and we ended up doing a vlog together because he has a really fascinating backstory to his life, and we just tackled like one little piece of it while I was there visiting. So I got to meet up with him, and then I ended up going through Tupelo again, and Memphis Mafia kid Danny Smith wanted me to stop by and visit him, so I did that and met up with him and his wife, and we filmed a video for my channel, and then we filmed a video for their channel while we were hanging out. He gave me some really cool gifts while I was there. We had a lot of fun actually, and then did a lot of hanging out with Gene Odom. If you remember Gene Odom from the Leonard Skinner vlogs, we met up in Alabama to do some stuff together. Where did I go in Nashville? Oh, it's a surprise. I did quite a few things in Nashville. Some cemeterying in the pouring rain, some museums, that kind of stuff. I went to George Jones' place, the like restaurant museum and stuff. I didn't do the museum because I'm saving that, but I went to the restaurant. That was pretty good. They had shirts there for sale of George Jones on his lawnmower, if you know that story. It's great. Yeah, that's a signed Nature Boy robe. What do you think is the best thing you did during Elvis week? Ooh. Um, let's break it down. I would say my favorite thing that I bought a ticket for that was part of the Elvis Week festivities at Graceland would be the Elvis in concert. I think that was my favorite thing. I really, really loved that. Where they had like the band members playing and having him up on the screen. That was my favorite thing of that. As far as the other stuff I did, it's so hard to say because it was a lot of fun hanging out at the dojo with Billy Smith, Danny Smith, Joey Smith, the spa guy, my girlfriend, all the fans that were there that watched all of our shows and stuff. It was so cool to meet everybody there. It was cool to get to go back to the Jerry Lee Lewis house before they closed it. It was cool to see Jerry Lee's sister perform at Hernando's Hideaway. So it's really hard to say, man. There was just so much great stuff that I got to do. I don't think I could pick one thing. I'll just tell you this: I just didn't have a bad time at anything. There wasn't one event I went to that I didn't enjoy. I didn't have any uncomfortable moments with people, or my girlfriend and I got along as perfect as we always do. All the fans were cool and respectful that we ran into. Everybody was just great. It was exactly what you would hope, just a bunch of nice people getting along, hanging out with one thing in common. Probably won't be doing a video on Dorothea Kilgallen. She didn't really enter my, I wasn't a fan or anything, and I don't have any plans to go to Los Angeles anytime soon. So what did I do with Gene Odom? Well, one of the things I did with Gene Odom is that we went and hit the Coondog Cemetery together. That was pretty cool because Gene had wanted to go there his whole life, and then when everything got rained out at Southern Woodstock, we decided to go do that. And then we went a couple of days later. We met up in Mississippi, and we did the Leonard Skinner crash because he was on the plane. But he surprised me because when I got there, he had the 3 first respond rescuers, the people that lived on those farms where it crashed. All 3 of the people that were the first ones to come out, they came out and told their story in the video. So I got Gene telling his story about the whole flight crash and everything, and then the responders and rescuers telling their story about what they saw, how they knew the plane was coming in, all that stuff. And then they, like I said, then they just spent like 5 to 7 minutes just calling out one person as a bold-faced liar and just repeatedly like hammering him, just making fun of his stories and calling him out because they're like we were there. Those stories are absolutely, and then they prove it. They go through all the proof that the stories are fake. Thank you, Teresa Hill. You said I really loved all the Elvis Week vlogs. Really loved seeing where Elvis learned karate. I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah, because of those vlogs, I get to do a vlog with Ginger Alden this week, so that's really cool. Like she's been really great. I had tried to reach out before all that stuff, and I think she's just kind of protective of who she talks to and what their motives are, and then afterwards she's been really cool about I really want to make a video on kind of like one thing that I saw noted, or like I saw a comment somewhere and I realized there's this whole kind of like underground Elvis conspiracy thing, and I was just like, I can clear this up. I actually have the proof that can clear this up. And I just asked, hey, would you be interested in being a part of this to help me, paint this picture? So she's been very great about it, which is cool. I would have never, I would have never thought that would ever happen in my life, that so many just kind of like historic people would be willing to talk to me and tell me their stories and stuff. Yeah, she did write a book. Yeah, it was called Elvis and Ginger. Bob Ross vlogs are great. Thank you very much. Yeah, what a crazy documentary that's been. I saw that a couple weeks ago. The new one with Bob Ross's son, telling the real story behind everything. Man, that's crazy. Did I ever go to the Monkees concert? No, I did not. I have not been to the Monkees concert, but I did realize that they're playing in Memphis on the 1st of October. It's not unthinkable for me just to hop in the car and drive to go see that because it's at Graceland. I might do that. I might be up for that. I really would like to see him. Yeah, yeah. Even in the documentary, as much of the craziness that they expose, none of it really is like negative towards Bob. Not really. They do claim that he had been having an affair with his business partner, but I'm not so sure his wife didn't know about that or anything. Yeah, I was gonna try and stop and visit Patsy Cline's grave a couple of weeks ago, and actually when I was on the trip that you guys are watching now, and just the house was closed and everything when I was going through there, so I didn't get to do it, but I got to do something that I've always wanted to do. Man, it was super special. Um, so, I don't know how many of you remember around Christmas time, I posted a vlog about a guy named Mark Linkus who was in a band called Sparkle Horse. And it's one of my all time favorite songwriters, musicians, bands. I just love everything. I love his philosophy on music. I loved all the music. It was just amazing. And I found out that I was always confused because I would look online for his grave and I could not find a headstone anywhere. And then I talked to somebody that knew him and they said, yeah, he does actually have one. It's somewhere in Virginia. And said, he does have one. His family did get him one. And I started looking a little bit deeper and found out there were multiple find a graves for him. And one of them actually did have a picture of the cemetery, and it had listed the name of the cemetery. And the cemetery was so small, it was not listed on any maps. I could not find it anywhere. So I went to the wrong cemetery about 20 miles away, and almost my car stuck in like a rock. I was trying to go uphill, and it was a mess. It was bad, and somehow I managed to end up finding it, and it was a graveyard of maybe 20 graves. So that vlog will be coming out pretty soon, and the reason I was so intent on wanting to do it on that trip was because I always say, like, I feel like timing is everything, and sometimes I'll just I'll just all of a sudden be motivated to look something up, and it'll be the perfect time to go to do the vlog. And in this case, I had been looking for a while for where his house was that they filmed a documentary with him in, and never could find it, and then found the address on this trip and looked it up, and the house was for sale. So I called the realtor and I tried to get them to get in contact with the homeowners because it said the sale was pending. So I was like, well, maybe they'd be willing to let me go see the house and everything before it's officially sold, because the house I know was built in the 1860s. So who knows? The new owner may decide to like knock it down. And I know that I knew from his description that the house was so far back in the woods that you'd never be able to see it from the street, because he said he wanted to live somewhere where he could pee on his front porch and nobody would see him. So I knew, and it was far. It was like 5 or 6 hours away from his gravesite. So I drove out there anyway. The realtors never got back to me. I never could get in touch with anybody, so I drive all the way out to the middle of nowhere to find this house. And I find the mailbox, and I start driving up the driveway, and there are no trespassing signs everywhere. And I'm driving, and I'm telling you, I'm probably on this driveway road for John and I probably 4 to 5 minutes, and I'm starting to get worried then because it's like one of those driveways. It's like a trail where the middle had been grown up so high. I'm starting to go, I wonder if my car sits too low that I'm even going to be able to make it through here, because whoever lived there clearly must have a truck or something. And so I keep driving and I drive and I drive and I drive, and I finally get back there and I see like his garage, and I go, that's it, I'm here, this is the house, oh my God, everything matches up and everything. And I see this guy on a lawnmower, and I hop out and wave him down, apologize for trespassing and everything. Turns out this guy and his wife could not have been more nice. They couldn't have been more excited to have me there. They go, we had always heard somebody famous lived here. We just didn't know who or what and everything. And then I start talking to him. Turns out they bought the house from Mark. So they ended up letting me go through and film the whole inside of the house. They let me film the whole outside. I matched up everything from the documentary. She was canning relish when I got there on the stove, like literally canning relish to put in the closet, and sent me home with some of that. But yeah, they were like, oh, we just, that you made our day coming out here and being so excited to see our house, and we don't want to move. We've gotten so old, and as you can tell how far off the road we are, we're just, if something were to happen, we wouldn't, it's hard to get someone out here to help us and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, it was so cool of them to let me do it. It was, wow, it was quite an experience. It's one of the places it's bucket lister. Like, I always wanted to go. I always wanted to go there. Because I'd seen that documentary and everything. And then the guy was so cool that lived there, that owned it and everything. He said, well, I'll tell you what, when you've seen everything that you want to see, you come back up here and I'll give you the keys to his studio. Because there was like a shed in the back that he calls the studio in the documentary and stuff. So yeah, they let me film all through the house. And I even found in the documentary that they're doing like a live rehearsal, because they're going to play a gig a couple hours away in one of his bedrooms. And I'm like looking through all the rooms trying to match it up. And then the only room I hadn't looked in was their bedroom. And I'm like, man, I know it had to be in there, but I don't want to ask. And then almost like she could read my mind, she said, well, our bedroom's a mess, but you can go in there if you want. And as soon as I look in, I see the two windows that I'm looking to match up, and I go, that's it right there. That's where it is. That's where he recorded. I was like, oh, so cool. So I hope Sparkle Horse fans enjoy that video when it comes out. Hey, Nancy. And then, yeah, Nancy, you're in North Carolina now. Then after I did that, I went and did Ava Gardner. I went to the Ava Gardner Museum and went to Ava Gardner's grave in Smithville. Is it Smithfield or Smithville? North Carolina. And got some killer sangria. They have Ava Gardner sangria at the museum for like $15. Amazing. It's so good. I just figured I'd get some to try. Really good. If you're in the area, that museum's amazing. You like the Flight 93 video? Thank you very much. Ava Gardner was so beautiful. I agree. I think she was really beautiful too. I got some postcards there to help support the museum, and sent one to Joanna Cassidy because she's a huge Ava Gardner fan. And she hit me up right away as soon as she got it. She was so excited to get that. People love it when you think of them and you do something nice for them. It's such a little gesture, sending a postcard. But yeah, you're right. Susan Hayward is buried in Georgia. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff, so you guys will see a lot of stuff coming up. And probably see me on other people's channels, because I was letting them film videos with me as well. Have I done vlogs on the bands that you use for your intro and outro? No, I haven't really. That's something I'd have to probably go visit them in Columbus and get them all sat down and talk to them about how it all started. I didn't know how many people would actually care about something like that, so You like the first Sparkle Horse vlog? I think the second one's way better. I think the one that's getting ready to come out, I think you'll enjoy so much more because it was so hard to find the cemetery, and then when I found it, I couldn't believe how few people were there. I mean, it's really one of those, like, when you're there, you really do feel like you're like it's a very intimate experience in a way, if you know what I mean. Like you're in the same room together. And one of the things I always do when I go to a cemetery, especially someone who did music, I always put their music on my phone and I play it when I'm not filming usually. But on this one, I recorded some of it. But I always play their music there and just kind of have that moment and everything. And yeah, Jaw's laying down here on the floor. Jaw, people want to say hi. Come here. No, don't run away. Come here. Come here. Come here. Give the people what they paid for. Show them that paw. You've been stuck to me like glue, haven't you? Everything I do, you're with me. Every step of them, every single step, like a shadow. Yeah, unfortunately, my mom can't keep her puppy. She's been having some health problems the last week or two, and it's just not she very uncharacteristic of her. But it's happened out of the blue, and with them happening, they were just like, this is not a good, if with something like that happening, they just thought it's with my mom has had two strokes, so she doesn't have very good vision out of one side anyway. So yeah, she's been having some health problems the last 2 weeks. So they kind of had to, unfortunately, today make the decision that it was in the dog's best interest to be with someone else, being as small and young and everything as it is. And with my mom's really like kind of in bed rest right now, unfortunately. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't know that she necessarily wants me to share it, but I did already show the dog in the video, so it was bound to come up at some point. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you. That was very nice of you. Thank you for the super chat. Well, I have backstage passes for Kiss. I don't know, as a matter of fact. I don't. At first, I was told they weren't having backstage, but then I've seen other people post stuff backstage, so I don't know. I know I have tickets, so yeah. It's unfortunate, but just it just is what it is. It's unfortunate. Oh, your dad and Buck Owens were good friends. That's very cool. Your dad's going to the Kiss concert next month. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I know it's yeah, it's just I don't know what's been causing it. She doesn't know what's been causing it. So you met Bret Hart? That's very cool. Yeah, I've heard he's very nice. I would assume Paul Stanley is okay. They've been out touring for the last week or 2 weeks. They had to cancel like all the shows around when I was gonna go. No, I never saw Def Leppard in concert. I'm always putting up new stuff on the walls. I got yesterday at the flea market. I found a framed 1966 Munsters Go Home Spanish poster. So I got that. That looks amazing. Yeah, thank you. Hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah, and thank you for the prayers for my mom. Thank you. Yeah, Jaw had a great time at the dairy farm. We go there every other time that I'm home usually, or Never know, sometimes every time, but they've been working on that building for quite a while, so. My grandpa's adorable. I'm hoping just to go see. I'd like to go see the Smashing Pumpkins tour that's going on right now, and I'd like to go see the Flaming Lips and the Pavement tour next year. Those are kind of like high on my list. Thank you, Cindy Holst. That's very nice of you. Thank you for the super chat. You like the Andre videos? Thank you. Yeah, Andre the Giant. Those were, I'd wanted to do those videos for quite a long time. So that was another one that I really got lucky, because when I contacted her, she was like, "Oh, I'm getting ready to move." So good timing. And she wasn't just like moving cities, she was moving states. So wouldn't have been easy to get her in the museum. I just got a message from Kat before I started this. I hadn't had a chance to read it, so I wonder if that's what it's about. Is Dave Chappelle building near Young's? I don't know. Dave's like, if you go to like downtown Yellow Springs, you can run into him pretty frequently. Every time I'm there, somebody tells me they just saw him earlier. No, I don't have a Porsche. No. Cool. You saw Flaming Lips at Summerfest? I just saw them posting videos from that. What's been my favorite baseball stadium that I've been to? Um, Probably a tie between Yankee Stadium, because I really like the Memorial Park and everything, and the Red Stadium. Those are my favorites personally. I like Tropicana Field though, also. Thank you, David Dillon. You said I really enjoyed the WKRB visit. I plumbed a building with the view from the opening theme scene, and it reminded me of the show in my youth. Thank you. That's really cool. Thanks for the super chat. That's very nice. I've been to Canada. Yeah, I've visited Canada a couple times. More looking at Europe right now, since I know I have some friends and family that are in Europe right now. I know that it's not so difficult to do it. I'm kind of thinking I'd like to. You ordered some pictures from Steve Keenan, wondered how long it took. You ordered a few months ago. Yeah, well, it's probably, yeah, I ordered a few months ago too. So I think I'm on like a 4 month wait right now. Ever since I showed him on here, he just got swamped with orders, so it just pushed all the orders, you know. You just have to wait for them, unfortunately. I have 2 orders in, actually, because I owe people on Patreon that signed up for that tier. I owe them some paintings, and I haven't, like, I just keep waiting on them, so, because the ones that I have are too big to ship. They're too big to go through the postal service, so. What's my favorite vlog that I've done? Oh man, I don't know. Or ma'am. I don't know. I don't know. I've gotten to do so many cool things. That's really hard to say. That's really, really hard to say. I don't know that I could pick one. What's my favorite Elvis song? I've Lost You. That's my favorite. Rest in peace, Charlie Watts. Yeah. Yeah, you saw the cow patty on the menu for today's video. Yeah, that's funny. I know the next video that I'm posting, that was another mind-blowing thing that I found. I know a lot of people won't really watch it, but it's incredible. This guy built a temple in his backyard, but his backyard is like he owns almost the entire block, and he has notated where he got every single rock that he has used. Like, he was going out to farms and digging up their farm to get the rocks and stuff. I mean, the guy, unbelievable. What do I think of Michael Jackson? I like Michael Jackson. I think his music's amazing. I was always a Michael Jackson fan growing up. Will I ever visit New York? You mean again? Because I've been there a couple of times. I was just there like 2 or 3 months ago vlogging. Yeah, it's an amazing temple. It's huge, and in fact, I vlogged a lot of it, but I think I might have even missed some of it because there was just so much. And it's free. He doesn't want any money. He just wants people to come back there and hang out. Yeah, I love my house. I think I have the coolest house of anybody I know, actually. And every time I meet somebody on the road, that's like, after they say I love your videos, then they always say, and I really love your house. God, I wish you'd decorate my house for me. So that's really flattering. I didn't do any Vinnie Vincent vlogs, so I'm not sure who did, but yeah, it wasn't me. What's number one on your list to visit currently? Very good question. Right now, I think the number one thing that I want to go see is, um, hmm, probably Switzerland. I just keep thinking I want to go to Switzerland so bad. Actually, I kind of I in Germany also. So like one trip that I wanted to do for quite some time was like um, Munich, Nuremberg, and then go over to Austria and do some stuff over there. That's one that I would love to do because I was just talking to somebody recently about Munich, and he was saying like, "Oh, you remember? Well, that's where they filmed Willy Wonka," and I was like, "That's right, that's right." I've been to Amsterdam a couple times. I love Amsterdam. I do. That's a place I'd like to take my lady with me because I've never had the chance to like just rent a bike and ride around. I when I was there, I went when I was like 25 and I loved it and roamed around and everything, but didn't do any bike riding or anything. Just and then the last time that I went, I was only there for a couple days or like a day or so. So hello in Seattle. If you go to Switzerland, could you visit Audrey Hepburn's grave? Just depends on when I go and if it's in my path because it gets pretty snowy in Switzerland. Some of that you can't really go out to some of the graves when it's in the winter, and I wanted to go in the winter time. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because I know Charlie Chaplin's there and stuff too, but going out there, I wasn't really doing it. I wasn't really planning on doing any kind of like Hollywood or graves or anything. I really wanted to do more of like visual exploring and riding the trains and things like that. Oh yeah, I got a motorcycle a while ago. I probably got it like the next day after I was talking about it. Yeah, I didn't waste any time. I've been riding it all the time whenever I'm home. I even made myself a really killer TCB helmet. Oh, thank you. Hello in San Antonio. I need to get back there. There's some stuff I want to vlog there. There's a lot of places, a lot of things, a lot of places I need to go. When I was in Mississippi, I got to do like just a couple things, but I was I was just like I was dumbfounded as I was looking up stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this was here. I didn't realize this was here. You know, just making new lists, and I assume just about every state I go to will be like that. So yeah, I love doing roadside attraction stuff. If YouTube would just kind of like promote me to a different audience a little bit, it would definitely help. But because the a lot of the people subscribe to me, they subscribe since I do so many different things. They subscribe for kind of like one thing, it seems like, and they won't watch anything but that kind of one thing. You were out on a BMW K 1200 GT. Nice. No, I didn't get a crotch rocket. No. My new house is great. It's looking better than ever. I need to go out and trim some trees, but yeah, it looks amazing. Do I miss acting? No. I don't miss like going and auditioning and wasting time for something that only one person will get. So no, this is I couldn't be happier. I have like the best life of anybody I know, honestly. I mean, for me anyway, for what I wanted to do in life, which was, I realized when I was, reading Andre the Giant's book and everything. Well, not the one he wrote, but like the book on Andre the Giant. All he ever wanted out of life when he was young is he wanted to see the world and he wanted to have some money. He like enough money to be able to go see the world and never worry about it. And I kind of was like, yeah, that's really all I ever wanted was enough money to see the world and just to see the world, with it. So I feel like I got the best job ever. Every time I go do something or come back from a trip, I have like a serious feeling of accomplishment, like I actually did something. And my wonderful girlfriend is so supportive that whenever she watches the videos, as soon as I get done editing them, she's the first person to tell me how good they are and how talented I am at it and how much she looks forward to seeing what I'm going to do next and stuff like that. So it's just like it just makes it so much fun knowing that that what I get to do every day that people appreciate. And I obviously don't have the most subscribers out there or the most views or anything, but I love the fact that so many people can do something creative on YouTube, and break out of the pack and have some success with it. Not You don't have to be the very best at it or have the best numbers to make it be able to like survive and keep doing it. Oh, you said sounds like you have a keeper. Yeah, she's the best. I always said if I could find somebody like my grandma, that would be like ideal. But I mean, my grandma even was a little moodier than my girlfriend. Like my grandma, you could see her lose her temper every once in a while at something, but she's just my girlfriend. She's the sweetest, nicest, upbeat, happy, fun, friendly. She gets every reference. If I buy a shirt with something on it, I don't even have to explain the reference. She knows it every time and can usually quote it. So it's like, you said you tried the pimento cheese at Johnny's Drive-In, and I was right. Yeah, no kidding, right? When I was in Tupelo last week, I stopped and had another one. I just that, like literally just. Do you need a menu? Nope, just want the pimento and cheese, no tomato, please, and a orange crush. I did a couple of wrestling videos on this last trip, so there'll be a couple coming for people that like them. She's lucky too. Well, she thinks so too, but thank you for saying that. She didn't make the last trip with me, and like all my friends that had like Spa Guy and Danny Smith, like they had met her on the last trip, and they were like, "Oh man, I was hoping that she'd be here. She's great." You're gonna start vlogging with your bike? Cool. I find myself watching videos of just people out riding the motorcycle too. Did the boys in Memphis get sick with COVID after Elvis week? That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard it. I haven't talked to Joey, but I heard that Joey got it the worst. But I met up with Danny, and he was doing fine. The new house is great. I love it. No, I don't think I'm gonna put my girlfriend in the videos. It just causes nothing but problems. I mean, there are people still out there creating fake accounts from the last person that I was going out with, like recently, still harassing them through those accounts. So it's just not worth it. Thank you, Sean Fitzgerald. Nope, she's just selfishly she's mine to not share. Sure, you'll hear her or something like that or stuff, but I don't want to put her in any kind of. I have a seriously sick person that goes out of their way to bother a lot of us, and it's just one person that repeatedly does it. This week their move was reporting a bunch of my videos as being harmful to kids, so then I had to appeal all those and got those all taken, reversed. But it's just always something that it's not worth it. What's my age? I'm 40. Yep, I'm 40. Just turned 40. Do I ever plan on writing a book about my travels? I don't know. We'll have to see how many. If I had more regular viewers, I'd probably consider it, but I just don't think that enough people would care about it for it to be. I think it's more. I would feel like it was more self-serving if I didn't have more people on a regular basis watching stuff. If every video I did had like 100,000 views, then I would go, oh, people really care to hear all this stuff. I probably should do it. But when it's like, more than likely 10 to 20,000, I just feel like I think people come to my channel more for the places and not so much me. So I don't know what good it would really do to do that right now. Maybe someday though. If I had more time, maybe it's something I would do more or maybe think about more. Jordan, you and Adam the Woo have been there showing the way. It's fun to show folks up. I agree. I know, Adam is doing, he gets probably more kind of like backlash from his own fans than anybody, because I think sometimes I think sometimes people forget he's vlogging what he wants to do, and I think that's what it should be, because I think otherwise you fall into something where you do it for the money, or you're doing it for like to gain more subscribe, and that's not what it's. I mean, I guess it can be about that, but I mean, for me, I thought the beauty in this was just kind of like sharing who you really are in the, like your interests and what you're into, for people that can't go do it themselves. For me, that was always what I was in it for, was like all the places I was kind of like curious. Hey, where did this happen? Where did this person die? Where did this movie take place? All those kind of things. That was what drives me, is to go see and just get to stand there and or in some cases get to hear the story from somebody who actually lived it, So, but I think he does, I always feel like he does that. He does what he every video that he shares is something he's interested in. He's not trying to bamboozle people or, do something just because it'll be popular. I do. I love what I'm doing. I love, this is how sick and twisted I am. Waking up on the road, getting dressed, and then looking at my map and going, okay, 4.5 hours till our first stop. Like, that gets me jazzed. Like, that gets me pumped. That's like, for me, for some reason, that's like, cool. What am I going to see on the way? What am I going to, like learn as I'm, looking up interviews along the way, like all these kind of things. Like, that to me, I love that. I love that, you know? Whereas when I used to live, like say when I lived in Los Angeles, I could sit at my apartment, I could prepare myself in like an hour to go do a vlog, and then it takes me probably 30 minutes to an hour to get there, however long it takes me to vlog it, and then however long it takes me to drive home, and that's my day. Imagine if you did that all the time. As entertaining as it may look to somebody watching it at home, for me it's really like the same 4 hours every time I go vlogging. You know what I mean? Unless I just sort of decide to really torture myself and vlog something in like Orange County where I'll be in the car for like an hour and a half for a 30-mile ride. But at least this way, when you're doing 4-hour drives, you're covering some miles, and you're covering like I can just stop in and like see a roadside diner, get something, like go, oh, I got time, I'm just gonna stop and get a coffee and sit here. And the conversations that you will hear are just absolutely amazing. The people that you will meet are just so great. When I was leaving the Skinner crash site, I go, oh, it was like I got there I think at like 10:30. No, when did I get there? I think I got there at noon. And then I was leaving at like 2 o'clock. And I go, oh, I want to get something to eat. What do you guys recommend around here? And the guy goes, well, the only thing around here is 8 miles right down that dirt road. Just take that for 8.8 miles. You'll come to a stop sign, make a left, then a right, and you'll hit Nyla's Burger Basket. They go, that's the only place to eat out here, and it's Britney Spears' favorite place. And I'm like, what? Well, yeah, when I finally found this place, there was nothing anywhere near it but like a gas station. I pull up, walk into this little diner restaurant, and they got an article on the wall about Britney Spears talking about how it was like her favorite restaurant growing up and everything. So sat down, had a fish sandwich and a Coca-Cola, and was on my way. And I'm like, wow, that was a cool little stop. And then went to do something else 2.5 hours away. And got there at 4 o'clock and was so excited to be there. You know, it's just like, and then drove another couple hours after that. Did I ever make it to Northern Illinois last fall? No, I didn't. If I did, you would have heard from me. Yeah, Leonard Skinner crash. The actual anniversary is next month anyway, so that's when my video will air. Originally, we were going to meet up on the actual day. I was going to meet up with all those guys, but they just, because of COVID and how few people are coming out there to the crash site during COVID, they decided not to have a gathering. So maybe they'll do it next year. Thank you, Ange Endeavor. That's very nice of you. Jaw's here. He's right here. You can see the eyes. Beautiful eyes. Look at those eyes. Jaw, you might be the most beautiful looking dog ever. Look at you, you handsome devil. Am I going to a Christmas vacation house? I don't know of it. Not that I'm not planning on it. That one confused me because the real house was on the Warner Ranch that I know that they've been tearing down. So you said, I love your couch you're sitting on so much that I ordered one for myself. Very cool. Yeah, I like this one. This is the our emerald couch. You got a set of Bengals tickets for Thursday night if I want them. Maybe later in the season. I wouldn't be opposed to going to a game for sure. I just I got other plans this week that I wouldn't be able to. Like I said, I'm doing a vlog with Ginger, so that's kind of right now taking precedence over everything. Since she does so few, anything on YouTube, especially regarding Elvis. Enjoy what you do. It's not only entertaining, but enlightening. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have so much fun. The freedom that I get of just changing my mind, just, hey, I was going to go do this today, but now I'm going to go do this instead. A friend of mine, he put it really great. He goes, I remember one time, like the first, he'd never seen my channel or anything. He goes, so tell me what you're doing on YouTube. And I told him and everything. And he goes, so basically you just go on a cool field trip every day. And I was like, yeah. And I never forget that, because I always think, I'm like, I get to plan a field trip for myself every day and share it with you, anybody that's willing to watch. Yeah, I'm wearing my Boar's Nest shirt. That was also that was a birthday gift from my girlfriend. One of my birthday gifts. And it's funny because she got it for me before I even went and vlogged the Duke's Hazard filming location, so that was kind of ironic. We were thinking alike again. Anchorage. I live in Anchorage. Always be flexible. Absolutely. Being a vlogger, and especially if you vlog stuff outside, you have to be flexible. Oh no, I'm not gonna decorate my house like Christmas Vacation. No, especially not while I'm traveling so much. No, probably not. I don't feel like going out and buying all those lights and everything. I've spent so much money this year just trying to, get the house in order for me to be happy living here and everything. So maybe next year. Was I in Las Vegas at the Cosmo on August 6th? No, I was not. Oh, you also stopped at the Flight 93 Memorial. Very cool. Yeah, they did a really great job with that. I figured I'll be back that way again. A lot of people commented, like, why didn't you go in the visitor center? They have more stuff in there. Because I know I'll be back through there. I felt like showing everything outside was plenty, like emotionally plenty for one vlog. No reason to overdo it. I feel like in kind of like the research I've done on my own channel, people don't really seem to watch much on YouTube after about 15 or 16 minutes, no matter how long it is. So I kind of have just been thinking that way lately, where if I'm putting together a vlog, and I filmed a lot of stuff that day, like the way I did with the WKRP and the Hank Williams, that was all filmed on the same day. But when I got home and started editing, I go, what's the point in doing a 30-minute video when I can't put all this stuff in the title? I might as well just separate it and make them shorter and give people 2 different videos to watch and do it like that. So I've been through Lawrenceburg. I'm going to wrap it up here in a couple of minutes. So if you have any interesting questions or anything you want to ask me about, this would be a good time. Thank you for watching my old videos. Where haven't I been? Pretty much that whole strip of like North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, all that stuff. I haven't been into any of that stuff. We'll get there though. Always gives me new places to go. Do I miss anything about LA? I just miss seeing a couple of my friends occasionally, but I didn't get to see them that often anyway. So other than that, no, I actually don't. That's one of the most often questions that I get asked, and I actually say no, I don't. In fact, people keep inviting me to come back for different things, and just like in my head, just thinking of driving around, I'm just like, I just don't feel like it. Like I almost feel like, it's I was there for over 20 years. I'm just, like I've just seen the sights so familiar so many times. I'm just enjoying seeing different places now. So like I can't even tell you how excited I am when I'm driving and I hit like a new state. Like when I was driving like coming back from Virginia and like passed into North Carolina, I'm like, this is so freaking cool, man. Like there's so much stuff to see in North Carolina. I could just stop right now. Or like when I crossed into South Carolina, I'm like, well, they're south of the border. I don't even feel like vlogging right now, but it's so cool to know I could just stop and like spend a cool hour and a half in south of the border and make a really cool vlog. But again, then I was just like, hey, that's for another time. I literally drove right past where Ulysses S. Grant's headquarters was. Drove right past. Literally, I saw the sign. Robert E. Lee's headquarters was, and where he surrendered. All that stuff, and I blew right past it, going, "Hey, I'll do it another time." Like that's one of those things when people say, "Do you think you'll ever run out of ideas?" As long as I keep being in a car, I'll never run out of ideas. Yeah, I'll get to Mount Airy someday, I'm sure. No, I'm not really interested in like doing talks or anything like that. No, I think that's the power of video is that you can just bring my videos into the classroom. I don't really I kind of like being a tumbleweed. I kind of like just, people not knowing where I'm at, but just rolling into town and making things happen. Does my girlfriend put things up around the house? Well, we have the same taste, so the irony in it is when we've been out shopping and stuff like that together, usually she grabs the same thing that I was going to grab or vice versa. That's happened numerous times. Where she'll have something in her hand and I'll think that she's showing it to me and I'll go, "Oh, that's great. Yeah, I want to get that." And she'll go, "I already got it." She's like, "I knew you'd want it. I already got it for us." Oh, I'm sorry, Sean. Thank you for the super chat. I apologize. Do I still have my tree up? I sure do. However, I came home and my angel had died. I'm trying not to look too much into that. Take it as a bad sign, but yeah, the lights on my angel on top of the tree had died, so I had to get a new. See, I had bought her and I together had bought at Graceland an Elvis topper. It was like this big metal, like swirly doohickey that you put on top of the tree, and it has a big star with Elvis's picture and all that. And I was like, "Oh, that'll look good on our white tree that we do around Christmas time." But get out of here! He keeps crying. Get out of here, you goof! You're crying. He does that while I'm sleeping. He crawls up on my pillow, tries to squeeze in between my head. But yeah, we bought this star, this Elvis star, and the thing when I took out of the package, because the angel had died, the thing is so heavy it almost knocked the tree over. I don't know what size tree. It would literally probably have to be a real tree, like a big tree, real one. Otherwise, yeah, it's not going to work. So I had to get one of those. I got like one of those snowflakes or whatever that puts all the images with lights and stuff on your ceiling. So why don't you come up here and say hi to everybody again? Would I want to watch Saved by the Bell reruns? I'm afraid it wouldn't hold up quite the same way. Some stuff holds up really well, like the A-Team, but I think that's a show that was made for like me when I was 13 and 14, so I don't know that I would watch it. I might. It would be fun to watch with like a kid that age and see what they think of like see if they get it, see if it holds up to them. Yeah, a lot of people kept a year-long Christmas tree up. You said Red Fox, Carrie Fisher, Debbie Reynolds. So the most famous was Harold Lloyd. Harold Lloyd always kept a year-round Christmas tree. Yeah, I'm going to. I love it. I love it. I love like waking up or like laying in my room or whatever, deciding to get up and go get a bottle of water and walking out and just seeing that lit up in the house. I think it looks great. How old's Josh? Josh 7. Will I be going to the Kiss concert in Verona? If they don't cancel it, yes. I'll have to see what the date is. I thought it wasn't until like next summer. But yes, I'm planning on it. Did I enjoy my visit to Fame Studios? I did and didn't. I think it was like the least informative tour that I've probably ever taken. As far as like what they tell you, they just don't tell you a whole lot. They tell you stuff, but it's like I don't know. Luckily, I already knew enough. Like I could have never done a vlog on it, just relying on what they told me on the tour. Oh, cool! Your son's at Metallica. That's cool. I've never seen them live. That wouldn't be bad. I would like to see Metallica. Metallica's a great live band. No, John, I did not. I didn't want to do all of them at once. I decided to save that one. No, Ryan, I've never met him. Oh, cool. You got interested in Kiss again because of me? You mean Leonard? Will we see the Leonard brick whenever I get out to Atchison, Kansas again? I haven't been there in a while, so it's done. The people that donated, I did post what it looks like when they finished it, and they sent it to me. They sent me a photo of it done. So there were a handful of people through Patreon and even on here that donated some money towards it. So yeah, I like the band Queen. No plans to go to Salem, Massachusetts right now. Maybe next year. Bruce Kulick may play with Kiss again. I hadn't heard that. Maybe the last night of the tour. Probably. Maybe that's about all I can imagine. No, I definitely will not vlog Dustin Diamond. I was not a fan. Not a fan of his antics. I gotta be a fan of people, and some people I'm a fan of in some regards, and then other parts of them I don't like at all, and that kind of weeds me out of wanting to do it. Like, it'd be hard to do a Chuck Berry vlog because it's just hard to respect him, but at the same rate, if he's in a cemetery with some other people, I wouldn't not put him in there. I just wouldn't do a whole video on him because it'd be hard for me not to like. He was just a difficult guy, and yeah, I don't know. There's some people like that one of those, like, I like some of their talents and stuff, but some of their personality things are problems. No, I never met Ron Howard. Did I enjoy San Francisco when I visited? Yeah, I did. I didn't stay very long though. The last time I did that, well, the one videos that I did was a day trip where I literally took the bus from LA up there, vlogged all day, and then took it back home. The second trip, I got the flu. I went to Alcatraz, and then I went to that sourdough bread place and got a bread bowl of clam chowder. Took it back to my hotel and edited videos and ate that, and got like so sick for the next 4 days. And still, like a champion, was out vlogging Joe DiMaggio's grave. Get this. So I vlogged Alcatraz and the arcade, ate that stuff, got really sick. Like, oh God, I got so sick. Woke up, and I mean, I was sick all night long, and I woke up and I go, well, let's just see what happens. I can either just start driving home, which is a long drive anyway, get another hotel, stay another night, or just go and try and vlog. So I went and did the whole Joe DiMaggio vlog. I went and did the whole vlog on the watch, and then I went and did something else, and then called somebody that had a house, like a Flintstones house, and I was trying to get them to let me vlog the house, and then drove home. Never got sick during any of that, and then the moment I parked my car and got out of the car, I threw up all over the street. What are the odds? And that is a day as a vlogger. Yeah. And I was sick for like a week after that too. I didn't vlog or do anything. I stayed in bed. Got no care or help or support from anyone. Nobody cared that I was that sick. Yeah, I've just been so busy, Michelle. I just haven't had a chance to do any live streams. I just been really busy. Anybody that knows me knows when I'm out vlogging on trips and stuff that I try and edit those videos the day that I film them, just in case, just so I don't lose any footage or anything. And so when I'm traveling, I'm on the go constantly. Yeah, I did visit the Jefferson Airplane and Grateful Dead house. Oh, I haven't been sick in a long time. That story I was telling was like I was thinking it was 2 years ago this time, because it was right around Thanksgiving, because I remember I was sick for Thanksgiving, and no, and well, I won't even go there, but yeah, I was sick for Thanksgiving. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you to the 500 of you that were on here talking to me. I will catch up with you next time. Have a great night. I think this is a good time to sign off because it's 1 hour and 11 minutes. We got triple ones. Have a great night. Goodbye.